Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
We're going to be wrapping it up here because I've got to go vote, but Senator Barrasso is going to ask a question. I'm going to ask one very quick question, then I'm going to leave, but I want to thank all three of you. It's been a great meeting, and we're going to probably have you back, okay? Mr. Gould, if I could ask you this. I think your position has been, the IEA has always been, that basically the best thing we can do for climate right now is to rapidly develop carbon capture, sequestration, utilization as a valued waste product that basically we could help the climate more by realizing there's going to be more fossil that's going to be continued to be relied on than any other time. And I say that because 10 years ago, China had 1,799 coal-fired plants. And now they have 2,991 coal-fired plants. And they're building, I think, another 450 more. They'll be at 3,451 coal-fired plants. India had 525 10 years ago. They have 852 now. And they're building another 100. They'll have 952. The United States had 589 10 years ago. We're down to 504. The rest of the world had 966 coal-fired plants, and now they have 2,255 coal-fired plants. We are the only nation that has reduced our reliance as far as in coal energy. And the environmentalists in this country would make you believe we are basically polluting the whole world climate, which is crazy. And the bottom line, one thing I'm saying is there any collaboration that you know of, especially from the U.S., China, and India, that one thing can bring us together to find and unlock that box on carbon capture, sequestration, utilization that makes it more cost effective? So there's a value added product rather than just basically liquefying CO2 from clear stream carbon to pressurizing it and putting it in the ground. And if there's nothing that comes back with value, the cost is prohibitive. We know that. So are you seeing any type of collaboration, or is it something that you all from the IEA could initiate and inspire us to come together on that we should agree? We're not going to stop these countries from using fossil. They're going to follow America. They haven't. We've gone down. They've all doubled, tripled their consumption just in megawatts. China 10 years ago had 200,000 megawatts. Today, they have 1,046,000 megawatts. India had 61,580. Today, they have 233,000 megawatts. We had 327,000 megawatts 10 years ago. We're down to 232. Again, we're the only nation that has decreased, and nobody's followed. Nobody's followed us. So all I'm asking is somebody's got to do something and spur this on. And I think IEA leading that charge and challenging us to finally come together and agree with China, with India, and all the other fossil dependent countries to find a solution for carbon capture. Any comment on this?
I'm sorry, certainly strongly agree with the sentiment that any attempt to deal with the climate challenge has to not just deal with the flow of existing, flow of new projects into the system. And as we're all aware, the number of new coal plants being built has fallen very substantially in recent years, and it's likely to fall again because finance is drying up, and indeed China, the Chinese president has said that China will no longer finance coal plants abroad. But that still leaves, as you rightly say, more than 2,000 gigawatts of existing coal-fired capacity. And if that coal-fired capacity continues to operate unabated according to its a normal operating lifetime, that is half of the remaining carbon budget for a 1.5 degree stabilization just disappearing just on that one item. So it's essential that we find solutions. And I completely agree that the U in CCUS, the utilization part, is one with which is an increasing focus for many organizations around the world. There are yet to be any large-scale applications there that would seem to offer a large-scale solution, but it's an area where we will be very happy to take up the baton as well, alongside work also in making plants operate more flexibly so that they can accompany the rise in renewables, and also the potential to co-fire them with low-carbon fuels including ammonia. So that's the sort of portfolio of solutions alongside, of course, retirements in some cases, and that would allow us to deal with that, the emissions from that existing stock of coal-fired plants.
Well, sir, but what we've seen come out of COP26 just recently with India's pushback, with China's pushback, and they're not retreating. And the bottom line is, if you're going to shame other countries or they're trying to shame them, I'm just saying this, I have always believed that you cannot eliminate your way to a cleaner climate. You can definitely innovate your way with technology. And for some reason, there are people, and basically it's being professed around the world, we got to eliminate. It's not happening, sir. It hasn't happened in the past. It's not going to happen in the future. We have got to innovate. And someone's got to bring all of us together. And we're hoping that you'll be part of that mix.
With great pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And I completely agree on the importance of innovation for the technologies that we don't yet have at market readiness. And I think that the US is very well placed then to lead that innovation effort as well.
Thank you very much. Senator Barrasso.
Well,